So I got it. So we fire him after he becomes the best goalie in the league. That's how you do it. That's okay. All right. Okay. It's making sense now. Wait till he's the best player in the league for the position. Then you fire him. That's great. Love it. It is a sad day in Golden Knights history. It has been about 4 and change years when Marc-André Fleury became a Golden Knight. He becomes the Vezina winner for the first time in his career after 17 years. Becomes the best goalie in the NHL, according to all the general managers in the NHL. He was voted the best. And then he was traded to Chicago. Not just traded to Chicago. According to his own agent, while Marc-André Fleury still hasn't heard from anybody with the Vegas Golden Knights, he has apparently been traded to Chicago. Marc-André will be taking time to discuss the situation with his family and seriously evaluate his hockey future at this time. So the guy who literally he was just the greatest, arguably the greatest year of his career, despite the fact he didn't win the cup. Not his fault. He can't score the goals. Is now on his ass, supposedly with Chicago, and he might retire. How are we feeling, everybody?
And if he retires as a Blackhawk, which is crazy.
Yep.
Because the trade's official.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I mean, he's not going to go into the Hall of Fame as a Blackhawk. He's certainly not going to go in as a Golden Knight either. I hate to break it to all you people that think that's going to happen. There's no way in hell. This is a statement from Marc-André Fleury. I want to thank all the amazing fans in Vegas and my teammates for the 4-year incredible years together. You embraced me and my family from day one and made playing games at the Fortress one of the great joys of my life. We will miss playing in Vegas very much, but I'm grateful for my time in your city. I'm not sure if anyone can you just take a look at this right here. You tell me, are you going to cry? Are you about to cry? You were just doing the I'm about to cry hands.
No.
Are you getting emotional over there?
No.
Okay, just checking. Can someone tell me what's missing? What's missing on this? Can you just give you a couple seconds? Just read that over. Well, what's missing on that?
Oh, I know.
Oh, yes, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Me. He wants to thank the fans.
Yeah.
And his teammates.
Yep.
But not anybody in charge.
Very good, actually.
She knows.
Very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Marc-André Fleury has nothing to thank for the Vegas Golden Knights organization, nor do a lot of the fans right now. You know, here's a take that no one likes to hear.
Or so.
He was making a ton of money, and our cap was so, like, the NHL cap, I love it because it keeps it as a competitive league. But the players don't end up getting paid nearly as much as they do in other leagues, and you end up having to do you have to make some tough decisions in order to keep yourself under the cap. And here you are, you're paying Fleury, you're paying Leonard, and Fleury's got one year left in his contract, and they want him to win now. So I understand to a certain point who here understands at least getting like the trade itself.
I mean, I get that it's a
just not how they did it.
But it still sucks.
Just not how they did it.
Yeah,
it's a total salary dump, and everyone knows that. It just sucks the way that they did it.
Yeah,
they didn't tell him.
Well,
yes,
they were saying that there was interest.
Dump.
They were saying there was interest from Chicago a few weeks ago in phone conversations, but there was no call since Saturday other than, there's interest. We're not sure which direction we're going to go. But like before the leaks happen, I don't care what the NHL rules say. You give them a call, be like, Mark, listen.
Yes.
We appreciate what you've done for our franchise and what you've done for this city. We're in between a rock and a hard place. We don't want to have to do this, but we've got to make some moves because there's some really great players out there that can give us the offense we need to hopefully make it through the playoffs and bring home a cup. And the only way we're capable of doing that is by dumping your salary and sending you to Chicago. We want to let you know first before you hear it anywhere else. This is, I believe, the second time this has happened, isn't it?
Better.
Oh, yeah. Nate Schmidt, right?
Oh, yeah,
Nate Schmidt was another one where it's kind of like boom out of nowhere. Gallant was just kind of boom out of nowhere. I think the Gallant move was still to this day, as good or as bad as things have been with Pete DeBoer. DeBoer, by the way, never really a Fleury guy. But I I just feel like it's just such a freaking itchy trigger finger. Like, good God.
It's
I
a
don't know.
trend right now that shouldn't be.
Fleury. By the way, just a brief moment, if I may.
Okay.
Just right now, mint inbox condition. This is a Marc-André Fleury pop figure. This is back when the team pretended to care about Marc-André Fleury. You can get one of these. Top hitter. And if you find yourself wanting to cry into something, how about this lovely plush towel with is that actually? Oh, it has both.
Did you get the towel that I sent you?
Yeah, wait, so it has both. So that one, that's Leonard, and then over here is Fleury. So I will sell half of this to you. I'll sell half dollar.
So I'm talking to my son today. We were texting because I was not at home when I heard the official news, and I just sent him, the flower, the little, how they all have the little emojis or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I just sent it to him and nothing else. And so so the Golden Knights are my son's first sports team that he chose on his own. He was born into the Redskins, the Browns, the Orioles, and the Indians. So this was, the first team that my son chose on his own. So this is like his first experience with heartbreak with a sports team. And all he said, when I sent him the little flower, and he wrote back and he said, "This really hurts my soul." And that made me so sad. This is the first team he chose. So I'm like, well, get used to it, because the higher-ups don't give a shit about the fans or the players. They care about money.
That's the truth that pretty much every franchise. It's not just the Golden Knights.
Yeah.
But I will say this.
Yes,
I've been a season ticket holder since day one. In the other room, I have a Golden Knights like freaking wall of stuff, including like I got the bubble hockey that's Golden Knights. I have a media pass from the Vegas Wants Hockey press conference when they announced they were going to do an interest drive. Remember that before there was even a team come? I got to be honest. If they don't win it this year, I don't know if I'm renewing. I just don't like, this is not the team that we had in the first season. I feel like we've become slower. We've become more expensive. We've become less misfitty and less gritty. And I feel like it's just a different team and not the one I kind of fell in love with. Francisco, you've joined us. You look very handsome, although it almost looks like you're a pallbearer at a very sad funeral for Marc-André Fleury. Thoughts on Flower? Number 29, he's Marc-André Fleury. Is his poster up there on the wall?
No, he's not.
Oh, okay. I got
his figure though.
Yeah, we all have his figure.
Yeah.
Now we're all going to be disfigured.
No kidding.
Thoughts on Fleury before we continue? Do you understand the salary pinch we were in? If we wanted to make any moves in the offseason, we needed to pick either Leonard or Fleury. And Leonard's he's younger. We got him for a longer term. He's a little less expensive. Fleury's got one more year. But the thing with Fleury is at least get some value for him. They traded him for nothing.
For nothing.
Like nothing.
Yeah.
Nope.
What's his name?
From
I don't even know what the guy is.
Yeah.
And he's staying in Chicago.
He's staying in Chicago. You just keep him there. He's ours, but you can keep him.
Yeah.
The NHL said we have to get a player in return, so let's take him. But you can keep.
God.
So, I wonder what's going to be like our goalies now. Now we have Leonard and starting position. So, is Oscar Dansk going to be coming up as
no, Dansk is gone. Dansk, he went back. He went to Europe. So the rumor is that Jones, who just got his contract bought out by the Sharks, could maybe be his backup. We could have another Shark coming to town. It's disgusting, isn't it? Isn't it like a freshly made sandwich? It's the worst.
The worst.
God. So yeah, I love the Golden Knights. Even if I don't renew my season tickets, I will still love the Golden Knights. But they'll be my team. But I'm not I'm paying. I want to pay
transforming into something
7,000, 8,000, however freaking much I end up paying a year to go to these freaking games. I just I don't like how classless this was handled. And if you think of how Nate Schmidt, who's still beloved here, was kind of just sent off. Honest to God, if you had to pick between Nate Schmidt and Pietrangelo at this point, I know that people love Pietrangelo and he ended up showing up later on, but I personally would go Schmidt. You'd save yourself some money.
All the way.
You have some cap space
100%.
right now. So
Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
Sometimes as a team, I understand that it's important for the team to win the whole thing, but for the fan base, the Golden Knights have better win this season. They better win the whole damn thing, because if not, this was
they're
literally
due regardless.
a terrible HR, terrible PR going into a bad season. Imagine if they don't make the playoffs this year. The front office, I'm telling you, the front office, George McPhee, Kelly McCrimmon, heads are going to roll if they don't win this year. Heads are going to roll, because it was the owner, Foley, who said that he wanted to make sure that Fleury was there for the rest of his run, and he ended up having to go back on his own word. So I don't know, kind of crappy. Not a big fan.
I think if Fleury retires, he needs to stay in Vegas, get tickets for the first couple of games right behind the box, and if we lose, he should
Be
sit there
petty.
and go,
Oh, that's fantastic.
if I was
Be petty.
we would have won this.
Now, you know what? Here's
Be
what.
petty, yes.
Fleury is way too classy. He's just way too classy. If this was me, I would be pissed. I would be so pissed. He's way too classy for his own good.
What I would have liked them to do possibly is, hey, Fleury, we're going to trade you to Chicago, but we're going to give you one last chance to retire as a Golden Knight right now. Let him retire as a Golden Knight. That's what he wanted to do.
Tell him, give him the choice. Let him decide for his own self, because just not telling him in general is
like,
so
honey,
messed
listen,
up thing.
I'm going to break up with you, but I'll let you tell everyone that you broke up with me. Like
I'm
that's
going to tell somebody to tell you that I'm breaking up with you. It's like middle school stuff. You're in
But
elementary
I'm going to
school.
break up with you on Twitter.
yes. I can't.
Through somebody. Not even through me.
I forget what it was about with McCrimmon, but McCrimmon had said something that was proven false, and we had made fun of that on the show. I forget what that freaking clip was. I guarantee I've got it somewhere. But I don't know. Like George McPhee, I didn't mind so much per se, but freaking McCrimmon. I actually saw them all. There was McPhee, McCrimmon, and Foley were all eating at that restaurant on the second floor of CNA, and they were all there on like the drafts, the trade day, the trade deadline, or whatever it was, and nothing really happened. So they're just kind of sitting around there doing nothing. Wish that was today. I'd be like, way to go, guys! Great job, great job. By the way, this is just proof, by the way, that I will never buy another man's name on. It's just spreading. It's spreading amongst. It's
You know
spreading
how
amongst the
mean that
vaccinated.
is when you walk into Target and you start screaming and yelling at that little 16-year-old girl that works there. What kind of piece of crap are you? It's not. She didn't make the rule.
Probably the type of piece of crap that would trade the greatest goalie of the last season without telling him before.
That kind of piece of crap.
Wake up. Welcome to trading. Wake up, you've been traded. Mark, wake up. But it's really got a lot of
Exactly how we woke up this morning. Could be good.
It's French.
Oui, oui. You know who else is French?
Yeah.
Fleury.
Marc-André Fleury.
Oh.
Two left. Hello. Oh, it's Kelly McCrimmon from the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Yes, Kelly. Hi. Oh, this is not Mark's number. What? Oh, you were going to let him know he was getting traded. Oh.
That's why they had the wrong number.
No, you got the wrong number. You've been going in numerical order from. Wow, it's going to be a long night for you. I'm sorry.
Probably gonna ask you to tweet it.
Yeah, you're probably better just going on Twitter. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. That's Kelly.
Either way, not